Shalom, this is your brother Tazaya Amar, a GMS Valdosta, Georgia, coming out once again with another weekly lesson. And I pray that it's edifying. But first of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rikakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS for teaching us these scriptures. I want to say Alhab and Shalom to all the sisters and brothers that's striving in this same true doctrine also. Shalom. Today's lesson is based upon maneuvering in oppression. Operating behind enemy lines. You know, as we are here spreading the gospel, sharing the gospel, there's certain perils that go along with this. And as we often say, Satan don't take no vacation. He don't take no lunch breaks. He just, he's a busybody. And with that being said, we got to be busybodies too in this word and stay girded up in the knowledge of these scriptures. We got to, not only do we got to apply them, we got to live them. And with that, I'm gonna see, can I play, let's see.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that you get a taste of something else because history, in accordance with the laws of
I'm
stand
gonna play this script right here. I'm sure a lot of y'all remember this. That was the scene from a courtroom
If you've ever
situation.
stuck your toe in a gym, then you've probably seen people drinking weight.
That this young Jake, had some troublesome times in his life, and some of us been in that same predicament or something similar, and you just want to put your hands on somebody. Sometimes that's not the best thing to do. There's always a better option. Because this young man, what he ended up with about 19 more different charges. Man, they was piling it on. I'm telling you, hey. Even attempted murder. So, let's just show you what you're up against. And with that, I'm going to go to the scripture of Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. The young man, he knew that he was being oppressed. And, anytime you, in this man's judicial system or somehow come up under his authority, you got to remember, hey, he's not going to judge you fairly. If anything at all, he's going to throw the book at you. So don't give him no extra fuel, no extra ammo to fight with this day, man, because they're going to use it. And with that, I'm going to move to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. See, the young man let his feeling got in the way of rational thinking, you know, the lust of the flesh, so to speak. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry. Hey, the brother didn't waste any time flying over that desk. For anger resteth in the bosom of fools. And as I said, now he got 19 more extra charges besides the ones that he was appearing in court for. And they pouring it on thick. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 10. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former day were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. It's too bad that once he was clear that he was took him back to his cell, just imagine the thoughts that ran through his head as he sit there counting the bars in the windows and the cell blocks and the bricks in the walls. I'm sure he realized that, hey, I could have handled this a lot better. And with that, I'm going to move to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 12. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. And he uses wisdom and say, you know what? I put myself in this position. Even though I'm not being judged fairly, I had options and I chose the wrong one. So by that, hey, my granddaddy said, you made your bed hard, now lay in it. And that was the attitude he should have took. You put yourself in that position. Didn't nobody else do it. And with that, I'm going to move to the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 16. Red letters, Yahushua speaking. Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be you therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Most High Yahushua is telling us that, hey, that days like these gonna come. And had that young man been circumspect, hey, he would have known that, hey, even though I want to put my hands on that lady, it's not the wisest thing to do under these circumstances or under any circumstances, because in the end you're gonna lose. The system is stacked against you. You can't win fairly. So how much more you gonna win? By being wicked or trying to take matters into your own hand. And with that, I'm going to move to the book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogue. Did you see how they tried to damage that young man? Even after they had him, at least 4 different officers of the court, and they couldn't subdue him. So hey, but they did everything in their power to incapacitate him, and still couldn't get the job done. And you shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brothers to death, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. You know, we got to be circumspect as we walk through this wicked world. Not only are there enemies, abroad, but hey, some of your enemies could be right in your same household. Your siblings, your parents, your distant relatives, your in-laws and outlaws, which are the same thing. In-laws, outlaws, same thing. In the words of my grandfather. All right, with that, I'm going to move to the book of Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 5, starting at verse 14. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore he says, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. I'm going to read that again. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly. That means keeping your head on a 360-degree swivel. Be watchful. Aware of your surroundings. Aware of the thing that's going on around you. Pay attention to the different things that's being portrayed in the media. And once again, I'm going to read the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Not as fools, not just ignoring the thing that's going on around you, the different scenarios that's playing out, the different, prophecies that being manifested itself. Man, the news is full of different, prophetic situation that's manifesting itself. It is steady coming out. Not daily, but hourly. You could turn to the news and hey, something lining up with these scriptures. So hey, better be careful. Better be aware. Before you know it, hey, that situation will be upon you. The one that's gonna be mandatory, not to get too graphic, but I'm sure you sisters and brothers that's striving in this doctrine know what I'm talking about. Hey, it could be any time now. Martial law, a mandatory quarantine, and the list goes on and on. And with that, I'm going to move to the book of Galatians. Galatians chapter 5. Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. We got to stay spiritual. The minute we step outside our spiritual zone, hey, Satan gonna step in. And along with him, several other demons. Why put yourself in that situation? with everything going on in this wicked society. Try to stay in the spirit as much as possible, Arkham Outwalks. Try to stay in the spirit. Try to maintain, a sense of not being prideful, but a sense of self-worth, your dignity. Carry yourself in a way that we have been commanded, And with that, I'm going to move to the book of Galatians chapter 5, verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit. This continual warring, the flesh against the spirit. It's a continuous war. And the minute you let your flesh overtake your spirituality, or you allow it to happen, which goes back to, hey, just letting pride, your self-pride, hey, become a demeaning factor. And these are contrary to the one to the other. As I was saying, hey, there's steady warring against each other. The flesh is weak. So that you cannot do the things that you would. You desire to do good. You desire to stay spiritual. But your flesh is warring with you. Satan, he know how to play upon your weakness. The things that you desire the most, he'll present them to you. Different manners of temptations, just to see can he get you to go off. Galatians chapter 5, verse 18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. When you stay in the Spirit, your flesh your flesh is, hey, it can't overpower the Spirit. It's like that little, it's a little something in your mind say, you know what? I can't do this. This is wrong. Hey, this is adverse to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, I'm going to move to the book of Galatians chapter 5, verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, sedition, heresy, envying, murders, drunkenness, reveling, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Did you get a clear list of that list? Did you clear? Let me go through them again. Now the works of the flesh are manifested, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, reveling, and like, man, that's a long list of weaponry that Satan got in his arsenal. Hey, to bring you to a lower state, to bring you to death's door. Because we know, hey, the wages of sins are death. And with that, I'm gonna move to the book of I'm gonna close it with the book of 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy 2 and 15. 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. But shun profane and vain babbling, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. And with that being said, if we stay rooted and grounded in this truth and don't deter, okay, the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Awashah will lift that standard for us and keep us in good grace and keep us out of harm's way. As the scripture read, roughly paraphrasing, it say that, hey, he'll never put no more on us than we can bear. And with that thought, I'm going to close out by saying all praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem Awashah, B'Hashem Rikakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, Shalom, and a harp to all the sisters and brothers striving in this same true doctrine. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala.